Witches, so today we are talking about the final card in the Major Arcana, and that is the World. So if you have enjoyed this series, let me know, and be sure to check out my Patreon for more fun stuff. If you guys have video requests for next month, I am taking them. I want to do kind of like a grab bag. If you guys have any video requests for next month, please let me know. I kind of want to do a like viewer's choice, you know, kind of thing. So if you have any topics that I haven't covered yet, which like I feel like I've covered a lot, but if you want me to go more in depth on something, let me know under this video or just like DM me somewhere and I will try to make a video for you. But I really want to focus on what you guys like. So yes. For the final time, let's just like go ahead and dive into this card. The Rider-Waite deck depicts a woman in the World card, draped in a purple cloth. Mine is completely nude, but that is okay. You can see the card up close. So she looks over her shoulder to the past while her body is moving forward to the future. If you look at the card, you'll see what I mean. She's kind of doing like this motion. It's hard to do, but it's a whole thing. She holds two wands, like the one in the Magician card. So, which is the first card, like number one, but not technically the first. It's like the Fool could be the first, but also the last. But the Magician card is card number one. And that represents the completion of the manifestations of the card that we put out like 21 cards ago. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. The wreath itself that is around her, she's surrounded by a wreath of laurels, which I don't know if I mentioned before, but she's surrounded by a wreath of laurels, and you can see that here in my card, and that also points to her importance, her majesty. The wreath itself actually mirrors the Wheel of Fortune, so that shape, and speaks to the cyclical nature of the universe. So her act of stepping through that like wreath or circle represents her completing a phase in her life. I hope that makes sense. So by her stepping through this into the future, it represents her completing a stage of her life just to start a new one right again back at the Fool. So that's what I mean by the Fool can be at the beginning and the end, because it's just a cyclical, it's a circle. You go back to where you began. And I hope that makes sense now. Like, I know I mentioned it before and I was like, it'll make sense later. I hope it makes sense now. Now in this card, there are four figures in each corner, and those represent the four elements, the four seasons, the four cardinal directions, or the four suits of the tarot. It's all about the completion of that cycle of harmony, of balance in the universe, and bringing balance to your own personal journey. So yes, good stuff. So let's chat about, really quick, let's chat about this card in a reading. When upright, this card speaks to the completion of a stage in your journey. It's all about accomplishment, achievement, wholeness, etc. You may see this card when you are getting ready to graduate school or getting ready to retire, maybe ready to have a baby, something like that, like a big life event. All about celebrating your growth in your personal journey and reflecting upon what you have learned. So it's all about just all of that completion, right? If you get this card reversed, you might be holding on to parts of your past that are like holding you back from completing something, and this could be delaying your growth. So it's just like a reminder of like, hey, maybe just reassess. When reversed, it asks us to kind of leave that past behind and take step forward, kind of like that figure in the middle. Perhaps maybe look into journaling, or if it's serious, like really seeking therapy to help deal with any unresolved trauma. That's kind of what I get from this card. So if you get it reversed, think about it. I don't know. So that is like a very fitting end, I think, to our series on the Major Arcana. I'm really feeling the energy of this card. Like, we are in fact kind of drawing to a close with like a lot of this project in a way. You know, I'm like the majority of the way through all of the videos, and that's like really crazy to me. And I feel the seasons changing and the end coming closer, and I'm kind of sad about it. Like, I'm gonna miss this a lot, I think. In certain ways, like in certain ways it's a lot of work, but it's fun and fulfilling for me. And I've just been like doing a lot of thinking of how I want to continue working within the sphere of witchcraft and bringing that into my path, creating content and like moving on with my own path. So I know I've been talking more about starting a store and stuff, and I've been taking steps to set that up. So stay tuned for October. I should have some more announcements about that then. And I feel like I am just like preparing to leave this part of my life behind and take steps to start a new, brand new, like exciting path. Would not to say this hasn't been exciting and fun. It's just like a whole thing. So yes, I would love to hear what you all think about all of this, what you think about tarot, and like if you've enjoyed this so far. I hope you have. And you know, If you have suggestions for future videos, I am more than willing to accommodate, and I want to make sure that you guys are enjoying what you're watching because, you know, as much as this is my thing, it's for you guys too, and I hope it's just like informative and fun. That's always the vibe I want to have here. And yeah, so tomorrow we're going to still continue talking a little bit about tarot, some other things, but the rest of the videos for the month are going to be like tarot and tarot adjacent, so just keep your eyes out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!